The city of Philadelphia is one of rich history and passion, and you can always count on the latter when you step inside Lincoln Financial Field. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between the Miami Dolphins and the Philadelphia Eagles. Here's the kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started. And off we go from Lincoln Financial Field. Fields it right around the goal line. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Two and a throw right away. This one complete to Jalen Waddle. He's at the 30, 10, 5, and all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Jalen Waddle, 76 yards. And the Dolphins will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. And the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They start on the ground here at Sanders.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of people are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. The previous run good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Another run with Sanders. And he is going to lose yardage here. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll run with Sanders up the middle. And he's got the first down yardage there as he takes it just across midfield. Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the 3rd down conversion.
You know, it was tough for them to stand on the sidelines and watch the other team take it downfield and score, wasn't it? So they knew when they got on the field, it's on them. Pick up first downs, get downfield and score. How about them picking up that 3rd and short?
I was just going to say, you and I were talking before the game, those 3rd down conversions are going to be huge in this one. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Back to Gainwell here on 2nd down. And here's another tackle made at the line. So they're converging well on the football now. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
You got nothing. He's checking, he's checking, he's checking.
They'll run. It's Sanders. And a nice job there defensively. They get him to the ground short of the first, right around the 42. Going for it with Sanders. And, boy, this is going to be close. That mark looks a little short, and he didn't get there. The Eagles unable to convert there on fourth, and the Dolphins' defense is able to hold. So their first drive of the game already trailing, having given up points. A little surprised that they went for it, right?
Maybe the big guy, the head coach, senses this is going to be a shootout type of a game. That they've got to match them point for point, as opposed to, hey, we'll get them later. Maybe he just has that sense, and that's why he decided to go for it there.
Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Kaiser White, the former safety, gets the sack. And when you go 5 wide like they just did there, you can't really max protect, can you?
No, you cannot. What you're hoping is that by going 5 wide, you're forcing the defense into coverage. And if you do that, you got a chance to find some people downfield. But if they audible themselves and go into a blitz, then it's got to happen right now.
Or lights out.
Or exactly right. Turn them out. That play's over. And this drive is almost over before it began, thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on first down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. And the Eagles are going to take possession of the football.
And I think this is a situation where quarterback coach in the sideline is going to talk to a signal caller and say, listen, it's 3rd and long, and it's still early in the game. Let's not force things here. If we don't feel good about it, let's just check something down and pump the football.
Now a carry for Sanders. And he's got this down to the 35. It's an Eagles first down on a gain of 11. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run with Sanders. And he'll be taken down at the 34. The tackle made by Landon Roberts.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
They'll go again with Sanders. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves them with 3rd and 5.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
They'll try and run for it. And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion, and defensively pure frustration. So after the conversion on 4th, here's 1st and 10 just outside of the red zone. Straight ahead, it's Gainwell. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. 2nd down. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. Second and 6. No, scratch that. 2nd and 7. Hurts. Over the middle, it's complete. And the Eagles are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line. Hurts a handoff to Sanders. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Watch the twist. Mike 52, Mike 52. Here we go, here we go.
Once again with Sanders. And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. Miles Sanders, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Eagles are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. But just power football there, down near the goal line. Give it to him. He's able to push his way across.
Yeah, they went heavy there. Sometimes you have those big offensive linemen come in, have to report like they're eligible. But all they're doing is getting a good stance, blocking, and getting their runner across the goal line.
Elliott good on the extra point. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Pulls it in at the 13. And not a very good return at all as he won't even get this back to the 15. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. And the Eagles are going to take possession of the football. Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to unnerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one? Or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
Jerome Baker there on the tackle.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Second down, back to Sanders. It's a room to maneuver. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. Now Sanders. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. A gain of 3, second down. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
The 2nd and 7 with our score tied at 7, but they're planning to change that soon. Only question, will they get 3 or 6 out of it? They'll keep it on the ground. It's Sanders, and he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. So on 3rd down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. The kick by Elliott is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So they get the turnover in plus territory. The drive stalls out, but still able to get 3 out of that.
Yeah, we were able to see an offense and a defense kind of mix and match with each other, didn't we? Both of them trying to make sure that they have the upper hand and the advantage. Offense trying to get to the end zone. Defense, of course, trying to hold them to a field goal attempt. And it wasn't a guaranteed lock 3 from where they started. So, you know, the offense has to be happy to come away with those 3 points.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. And with only 4 seconds on the clock, time likely for just 1 snap of the football. And going deep for Hill. Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the third quarter gets underway. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see one or two guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
Second down, back to Sanders. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
Check smash, check smash, cup 19, cup 19.
They run behind center with Gainwell. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. And they'll stay on the ground with Gainwell again. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down. Play action, here's Hurts. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
I think he's as fine with that incompletion as a quarterback can be, in all honesty. He avoided his first sack of the game, and he did have a chance of connecting for yardage, just unable to on that throw.
Running right, here's Sanders. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. And not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first.
Check. Panther Street, Panther Street.
On 3rd down, they turn to Sanders. And he'll take this to the 47, but no further, as they get him down well short of the line to gain. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up 4th down.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
On is Kern, the punter, to send this one away. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
But this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here, and sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. Tyreek Hill's got another one. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Another connection between the two. This one good for 12 and a first down.
Couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that could really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Tua sets up to pass it. This will be caught. It's Waddle. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Jalen Waddle, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Dolphins have retaken a third-quarter lead.
I know we often laugh, and sometimes we even exalt the guys who are great trash talkers and give us some really funny lines. But the bottom line is absolute production on the field. His 2nd touchdown of the game, and they lead.
And now, this is going to be intercepted. It's a foot race. He's at the 50, the 30, 10. And he takes it all the way back. It's a pick 2, if you will, as that play backfires in a big way. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Another run here with Sanders. Room here to run. There he goes, right side. And they do get him out of bounds finally, but the damage is done. A big hitter on what proves to be the final play of the third quarter. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Up the middle they go with Sanders. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Let's go now.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's Sanders. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it's going to make it 3rd down at 6.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
On 3rd down, Sanders. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down. So a big, big kick coming now for Jake Elliott. This for a 4th quarter lead. The kick by Elliott is good, and they have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this fourth quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game. Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10 at their own 23. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Over the middle, he's got Gesicki, the big 6'5" tight end. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Meanwhile, Tua's throw caught by his receiver, Hill. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first.
Okay, right? Right.
Looking to pass. Tua. He'll get it once more into the hands of Hill. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Tagovailoa. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
Ooh, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Here's Tua. And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker. And the Eagles have just about sewn up this football game. Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around a defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
And he'll take this one up over the 20 to the 21-yard line. 174 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. Good gain there on 1st down and keeps him in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They're in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Sanders. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4. 2nd down.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. 6 yards left on 2nd down. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Sanders. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. It'll go as a gain of 9, and that should write an ending to this one.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. And a timeout coming in. This will be their final one with 10 seconds remaining. Second and 6. Up the middle they go. Sanders. And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48. And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to third down.